perhaps for the first time in a while, we actually have a big week ahead of us here within Cold War and Warzone. Both of those will be seeing some substantial introductions this week in terms of content, but we've already talked about that. So today I want to talk about some stuff that isn't so much solely focused on the content, like your battle pass, your new weapons, your new Warzone experiences, and everything like that. Today we're going to be talking about the big week coming up within Cold War and Warzone and what you need to know in the dying few days of Season 1. So that said, as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What are you guys looking forward to the most here out of this upcoming week with Season 2 rolling in Warzone and Cold War? Are you looking forward to new weapons, new Warzone POI and experiences here with that, new maps in Cold War, a new battle pass, whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts. As well, if you enjoyed the video and you're looking forward to anything here coming within Season 2, drop a like down below. And also, if you are new to the channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button. We're on that road to 400,000 subscribers, getting pretty close. And of course, we'll keep you up to date with anything you need to know about Season 2 as we roll into all of that. So if you're interested in joining the community, I'd love to have you. And if you're interested in new blue light glasses, Gamer Advantage, link in the description below, best on the market. But anyways, let's jump into it. First and foremost, let's talk about the updates that we'll be getting to the games themselves. These are actually going to be title updates and thus are going to require you to actually download something on your console of choice, whether that be PlayStation 4 or 5, Xbox One or Series X, and PC as well. Now, as for these updates, they're actually not going to be all released at the same time, which is a little strange perhaps, but they'll be released individually for both Cold War and Modern Warfare and Warzone, or I guess really kind of just Warzone, and Modern Warfare is kind of taking that backseat secondary location of that application. But anyways, two updates over the course of the next few days that you'll want to be aware of. First is Cold War's title update. This looks to be happening as of tomorrow night, as detailed by Activision's blog, that being Tuesday the 23rd, and what is described anywhere from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific time. So that's anywhere from midnight to 2 a.m. on the East Coast, and anywhere from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Now, for the Cold War side of things, that should take care of the base update, meaning that it's basically a pre-installation. That come the time that content is released after that time gate, you're good to go and ready to jump in immediately. You don't need to wait for anything to download at that point. You're just able to jump in and play. But that also means that for about a day or so, that stuff that the update will be including actually isn't available. You won't really see the effects of the update itself until the official launch period of Season 2 across Cold War and Warzone. In the past, though, we have seen things on a fundamental level like weapon tuning. That goes live early sometimes. Not necessarily the new content offerings, but in relation to weapon balance, if anything is made on the Cold War front, you may be able to see those things start as of tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. On the Warzone side of things, though, that's where you have a little bit less of a preload period. In fact, you don't really have much of a preload period at all, as you'll end up seeing that the update is detailed to roll out on the 24th between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Pacific time. For reference, the Battle Pass right now is currently slated to hit 0 at 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is midnight on the East Coast and 5 a.m. in the UK. So you could have an hour or two early of this being a preload if that update rolls out ahead of schedule from what we've seen previously, where it's usually 11 p.m. Pacific time. But right now, it doesn't seem to be guaranteed. So be on the lookout starting as of tomorrow night for those two updates that you can jump on, get going into that content and preload it essentially. Now, that's the updates, but as for the content itself, per Activision's blog, the content should be going live between 9 p.m. Pacific time and 11 p.m. Pacific time on the 24th, which is again midnight to 2 a.m. on the East Coast and 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the UK. But it should be available as soon as we end up getting that update for Warzone. Though, given that there's a window for when this will roll out, we might have that potential for the timer on the Battle Pass to stay at 0 for just a little bit of time, given that, again, it's slated for the end at midnight. So it could either be a late night if you decide to stay up for it, or you could have access to the content right in the morning when you first get up. As for content-wise, though, we don't really need to talk about a whole ton because we have talked about quite a bit of it, but just to be thorough, a quick recap here. On the Cold War side of things, we'll see a new battle pass, including new weapons of the Farah 83 and the LC-10, a new 6v6 map for MP of Apocalypse, a new operator in that battle pass of Naga, the new rank resets and refreshes. You'll end up starting over your level 1000 grind for Season 2, new playlists, one of which being Gun Game, the new streak of the Death Machine, the new Outbreak mode, which we actually will detail a little bit more here in this video because we learned a lot about it today, the new shop offerings including reactive camos, as well as the zombie outbreak event, which is where we can see the tie between the seasonal offerings of Cold War and Warzone, that bridge between the two applications. As for zombies, though, still on the Cold War side of things, we actually do see quite a bit introduced here with this. We'll have a new field upgrade of the Frenzied Guard, which when activated immediately targets that player that activated it with all zombies. So it's useful for helping your teammates get out of sticky situations. This will have 3 tiers as all others, where firstly you can repair all armor upon activation, Second, it increases the duration of this targeting effect for 15 seconds rather than the base. And then 3 is the slowing of all normal enemies to a walk speed while active. There also is going to be a brand new ammo mod, which is called the Shatter Blast, where it makes all bullets deal explosive damage. Each bullet also will have the chance to explode, dealing additional damage and destroying armor on impact, which is going to be a big help for things like heavy zombies and manglers. This can also be upgraded throughout your skill tree as well. There also will be new skill tiers introduced, in which you're going to have the option to upgrade things to tier 4 and tier 5, which will be interesting to see what kind of effects come out of that skill upgrades. But that said, that is the zombie stuff here for all of this. As for Warzone, we're going to end up seeing a new POI, or point of interest, of the Vodianoi ship off the southern port of Verdansk likely. We'll see some new underground locations. We'll see a new mode of Resurgence Extreme, which is 90-player Resurgence quads for Rebirth Island. We'll likely see a new Easter egg with a new blueprint attached to that. We'll see also that event of Outbreak, which is likely going to be just like the Rebirth event, in which you'll have probably a dozen or so items you can earn through maybe arbitrary in-game challenges, but things you can work towards over the course of that couple-week duration. But that's the content that we knew about. As for Outbreak, again, we got a lot of information about this today. We got a blog post detailing what's to come for this mode for Zombies and Cold War, and I'll be honest, that's interesting to me on multiple fronts, that is, because the experience itself, seeing an open world zombies concept, is definitely something that is out of the ordinary. It could be cool, I think, or maybe rough. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, but seeing this in an official capacity is what I'm excited for. If I'm not mistaken, some custom zombies maps tried to tackle this in the past with mod tools back in World at War and Black Ops 3, but from an official capacity, it's definitely interesting. I'd also be curious to see how this affects things like weapon progression, camo challenge ease, and other more micro factors like that. We got a new trailer today, which you'll see in the background here. I can't actually play audio for you guys, unfortunately, because of copyright, but we got to see some cool stuff in terms of the new Fireteam maps and what this offers. But as for some base details, it's open to all, unlike Onslaught. It's not a PlayStation exclusive, which is the first nice part. It's a co-op mode up to 4 players, so it seems like it's just you and your squad. No other teams to really compete against, just you in the open air of the Fireteam maps. You're also tasked then with exploring different regions in the Outbreak zone around the Ural Mountains, and you're given experiments that you have to exfil after, or you can go on to next areas where you can rift in the Dark Ether to get more objectives and keep going. The Dark Ether, known as the Phase also, though, can turn previously inbound areas into out-of-bounds zones and introduce new obstacles. The experience gives you a lot of opportunity to play how you want. You can loot, activate trial computers, take jump pads around the world, utilize your parachutes when applicable, collect essence containers, pack-a-punch, and a whole ton more. But you'll have to protect areas, escort rovers, retrieve Aetherium canisters, eliminate boss zombies and high-value targets, hold out, and then exfil. So it definitely looks interesting. Definitely, I'm curious to see how this will play out, and I'll be playing a little bit of it. I can't really guarantee that I'll enjoy it as much as, say, regular zombies, but we'll have to wait and see. Outside of that, though, there are 2 other things that were announced today that are pretty big for this week as well. The first of which being a free-to-play multiplayer and Outbreak weekend. So if you are somebody that plays, say, exclusively Warzone and you want to try out MP a little bit, or you want to try out the new Outbreak mode, you can this week. Starting as of the 25th with the Season 2 launch, going all the way until the 4th of March, you have the opportunity to play things like the Zombies Outbreak mode, Apocalypse 24/7, Nuketown 24/7, Gun Game, Gunfight, Team Deathmatch, Domination, 3v3 Face-Off, and more modes, all for free. You don't have to actually buy access to Black Ops Cold War if you don't have it already. But on top of this, we also end up learning that we have a decent bit of playlists up on deck for the Season 2 refresh that looks pretty good. 3v3 Face-Off continuing, Apocalypse 24/7, that new map, of course, Outbreak. Should be a good launch week, it looks like. Then finally, also double XP and double weapon XP are coming as of this weekend as well, starting on the 26th and going until the 1st at 10 a.m. Pacific time, both start and end times. You'll be able to rank up for the first time with your new seasonal rank, and also if you have to complete any weapon challenges or anything like that, getting the new Farah 83 and the LC10, definitely a great way to upgrade those and get those attachments unlocked relatively quickly. So you'll be able to take advantage of that this weekend, and other than that, that's the week ahead. It's quite a big one in terms of content offerings, not only for Season 2, but some other extracurricular stuff as well, including that preload, those free-to-play multiplayer weekend, and the XP events. As for your end, in the meantime, while we just simply wait out here for the ending of Season 1, make sure you complete your seasonal rank, get to at least 200 so you can hit that Master prestige rank, complete your battle pass if you haven't done so already, and also if you care about them, those seasonal challenges are there waiting as well. But other than that, that is the big week ahead here within Black Ops Cold War and Warzone, and that's where we're gonna wrap it up. So let me get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of this year? Are you looking forward to, again, anything over the coming week here, whether that be the new content offering, whether that be a free-to-play multiplayer weekend, whatever it is, feel free to let me know. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so this single thing regarding all things Cold War, Warzone, and anything Season 2 related. We'll keep you up to date with all of it. If you also want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to check out a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. Mine's been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.